Hello, and welcome back to the channel. We hope you're enjoying the 25 days of Christmas. And I'm V here on this side and Pam's behind the camera today.
Hello.
And today I'm making hummus two ways. What's special about this video, I'll tell you in a second. But go ahead, go down below, hit the subscribe button and tell us if you like hummus or not. You know, give us a thumbs up in the comments or something. So I am making it tahini free. That takes out all the oil. So it is easy to make this 50-50 just by pairing it with some sort of veg or cucumbers. Cucumbers go so good with hummus. One of my favorites. And I kind of like to, just cut the cucumber in half and slide it on top and just eat it like a boat. So that's what I do. So here I have the two ways I'm making hummus is, of course, one the regular way, just hummus itself. So it's just chickpeas, garlic, lemon, and a few spices. And just to give it that flavor, I'm gonna add a little bit of tamari. You can add soy sauce as well. I'm not adding too much. I'm gonna be adding just about a tablespoon into it. It just, I felt after I took out the tahini, it needed something special. So I tested it out with the tamari and I sort of liked how it came together. So that's what I use as my flavor booster in hummus. And the second way we're gonna make it is roasting a red pepper. So we're gonna make a roasted red pepper hummus. And these things are so easy to make, so easy, especially right now during the holiday time. So easy to whip these up, keep them in your fridge, and you have them whenever you want. It's easy to pull it out, eat it with any vegetable, whether it's celery, carrots, or cucumbers, or even broccoli. It tastes really good with broccoli too. So let's get started on the first version. And I boil the chickpeas at home, so I have some of the aquafaba. And I'm probably going to use some of that to blend up my chickpeas. So I'm going to put about, I'm going to blend the entire thing because and then I'm going to use half for my red pepper, for my roasted red pepper, and I'm going to use half for a regular hummus. So I'm going to put as much as I can in here. And I put some liquid in there and I'm going to start blending this. And then in the other batch, I'll add the garlic and everything and roast it up.
And I know that I just kind of wing the liquid. You know what I mean? Because everybody likes it thicker or thinner. And so you kind of add a little bit of aquafaba and then you add more until you get it.
Yeah, you add as you go. Just see how you like it. Even when it's sitting in the fridge sometimes, after I pull it out, I do still add a little bit of water just to thin it out, just a little bit. Yeah. I feel like it's more smooth. As it sits in the fridge, it thickens up. So,
All right, noisy.
So, I forgot to mention earlier, but you can use canned chickpeas for this by all means. I would save the liquid to help with the blending part, but if you're not really into that, you can also add broth. If you want to rinse and use your chickpeas, you can add a little broth. The broth really adds flavor to it too. So I've blended most of my chickpeas up and I'm gonna add 4 garlic cloves to this. I am also gonna add my lemon,
and we'll put all the ingredients down below.
Yeah. And gotta squeeze the lemon in.
That was a juicy lemon.
Yeah, it's really good. Something about lemon always smells good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna put some cumin, and I'm gonna put about 2 teaspoons. And the reason I'm putting 2 teaspoons is because that's a big batch and I'm gonna half it for my roasted bell pepper. But the cumin always gives a good flavor. And then I'm gonna start with 1 teaspoon of salt. And I do wanna add some pepper to this. So I'm gonna add half a teaspoon of pepper. And then I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of tamari. And I am going to blend this up. So So I have blended all my chickpeas, and this smells really, really good. I opened up the blender and I got the whiff of all the spices. It smells really good. So I'm just gonna mix this up.
That way you evenly distribute the seasonings and the lemon juice and everything, yeah.
So I'm gonna quickly mix this up. And as you can see, it made a big batch of hummus, which, you know, this is good enough, but we are gonna...
Half it?
Yeah, I'm gonna... I'm gonna make this one recipe into two. So while this sits and chills for a little while, you know, and hummus stays good in the fridge for up to 2 weeks. Like, you know, my kid sometimes he wants to take hummus and, you know, some sort of crackers, but the hummus stays really good in the fridge for 2 weeks. So always make it ahead. Now, while this sits and chills over here, and I'll give the flavors a chance to come together, I'm gonna go ahead and roast this bell pepper. And it's pretty easy. Now, if you don't have a stovetop that's a gas stovetop, you can half the bell pepper and you can put it under your broiler and let it broil. You have to keep an eye on it because you're broiling it, but keep an eye on it. As the skin turns black, just take it out. Cover it so it can steam, and then when it steams for a few minutes, like about 10 minutes, the skin just peels off really easy, and that's what we're trying to achieve here. So I'm just gonna put this bell pepper on top here, and I'm gonna roast it, and you'll see it starts to get charred. As you can see, my some fung off, but as you can see, my pepper is roasted. And what I'm gonna do is just take it off the fire, put it in here, cover it up. And I'm gonna let this steam for a few minutes so it's easy to peel off all the black stuff. And the pepper is sort of cooked that way. And then I'm gonna zhuzh up my hummus with it. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Just making some space here. And my pepper has been steaming. And I wanted to show you this. The skin comes off pretty quick. And you can even take the back of the knife and it'll still come off.
So are you trying to get it all off?
Yeah, I'm trying to get most of the black off. And if there's some left, it's nothing to worry about. It just adds flavor. So, but try to get most of it off. And you don't want to rinse this under the water, because if you do rinse it, you're just washing off the flavor. If you're worried about it getting all over the place, you can take paper towels and wipe it off. It comes off pretty clean with the paper towel too. So, you know, just a few ideas. As you can see, most of it is off. So I'm just gonna move that over to the side. And do you see that steam?
Yep.
And it smells really good. Yeah, it smells really, really good. I love roasted bell peppers. And I used to buy the jarred versions first, but I just like my version better now. I just like doing it at home. I don't know why. So, yeah. I'm going to wash my hands. And then, you can see there's still speckles of black on here. I'm just going to leave those on. I'm not going to... Those are flavors, so... I'm going to just chop it down in the middle. I'm going to take the seed out. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw it in the blender. And what I am also going to do is save just a sliver just to decorate the top a little bit. And I'm going to put the rest of it in there. And there might be a little bit of liquid because, you know, it is a pepper.
Yeah, and you steamed it, basically.
Yeah.
Cooked it and then steamed it, yeah.
So I am going to add just a little bit of the hummus back in here to blend this up, you know, so it has a little liquid. And I'm going to add just a little bit of water. I added
enough to get the blender to work?
Yeah, just enough to get, it was probably 2 ounces. And I'm going to blend this up. And there we have it. Look at that color.
Mm-hmm. I can smell it too.
Yeah. Smells really good. I'm gonna try and scrape out all of it. Sometimes I feel like it's a challenge, you know, like my blender is challenging me. Hey, let's see how much you can get out. My kids laugh at me about this.
Don't want to waste any.
Yeah, I tell them, I don't want to waste it.
It's good food.
So I'm just gonna bring this here, mix it all up. And as you can tell, the color is a little different, and that's because of the bell pepper.
I can smell it, yeah.
Yeah.
It smells delicious.
So there we have it. And you know, if this is a good way to get your 50-50 in. You can probably this also makes a good dressing, by the way. Like if you have some greens, just put this hummus on top, and then it tastes so good.
And that will thicken up some in the refrigerator. As it cools, it'll thicken up.
It does. And you know, let me plate a little bit and show you. This is how I like to serve it. I just put some in a bowl. And yes, I do make it pretty for my kids too. When they see pretty things, they want to eat it. And then I'm just going to chop up the bell pepper, the one that I saved, the small sliver that I saved. You just chop it up. And then just put it on top. And there you have it. So here you have it. Hummus two ways. Regular hummus and roasted red pepper hummus. And they're both fat-free, yet they are so delicious. So give this recipe a try. Comment down below. Tell us how you liked it. And while you do that, don't forget to head on over to kindredvegans.com and sign up for your newsletter. And we will see you back here tomorrow. Bye for now.